So godly.
So I just said Joe the Goddess, and if I ever become a producer, because I used to produce, I'll use that name, so you can find me at that. But J Goddess is my official name, and I came up with that name just because I always felt like black people are racist. You know what I'm saying? Even I had to learn that, of course, because I was so ingrained with all the BS of seeing, skinny bodies or lighter skin and stuff like that. So I just decided I was just gonna run with, the positiveness about black people, because black people are beautiful. Kinky hair, coily hair, all of that is beautiful. And from Pharaoh Joe, I got J Goddess because I did Pharaoh with an F instead of a PH for, feminine women, instead of, because pharaohs are always seen as a man, but, behind that strong pharaoh was a woman anyway. So, and then I just went to J Goddess because I felt like I leveled up in a way. Mentally and physically and everything. Like, I leveled up. So that's my final, it's not my final form, but that's the name that I'm sticking with.
So when was your first time that you ever wrote a song and decided that, listen, I'm going to take this seriously and I actually love doing music and I'm good at it? When was the first time you discovered music and knew that that's something that you wanted to do?
Well, I used to, as kids, you always, got your friends and y'all make a little singing group or dance group or whatever. So I always was doing stuff like that, but I didn't start taking it serious until 10th grade. 10th grade, I was 15 years old, I believe. And I walked into my 10th grade classroom, science class, to my science seat. And my friends were there coming up with a name. And I'm like, what y'all doing? And they was like, we coming up with a group name. We about to start a rap group. I was like, oh, for real? I was like, I rap. Because I always used to, I was always creative because I was always on punishment. So I had to do something.
Yo, I fucks with it. Yo, I relate. Yo, listen.
She said I always was on punishment.
I fucks with it. I did my best shit because I was on punishment. Whole facts.
I love it. She said I was fucking bad. I was doing shit, okay?
See, no, but
I was bad, son.
The thing is, I wasn't even bad. That's the crazy thing.
Now, you said strict parents.
I wasn't bad. What it was in school, I was the, you look up to me. You asked me for questions on the quiz. I was a straight A student. I was active in school. I love school because I got to get away from home. At home, I was another motherly figure because I have a younger brother and sister, and my mom's a single mom, so she was always working. So I would just get in trouble for petty stuff that didn't really matter, washing the dishes, not washing the dishes, or not washing the dishes when I was supposed to, stuff like that. I don't, blame my mom for that because, back then it's stressful. I understand now, especially me being a mom and, just me growing up and understanding her side of things.
That's a fact.
So I don't blame her for nothing that, but, little dumb stuff. I was always on punishment at home, but in school I didn't get in trouble. So I wasn't really a bad kid. It's just that I wanted to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a kid because I was, helping my mom.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
So yeah.
At home you was a mom, but when you were able to get out the house and get to school, you was able to be a kid and really enjoy and turn up and. Yeah, when you got home, it was responsibilities. Right. Watch this, do that.
Clean the house, make sure your brother and sister eat. But then I also had to worry about making sure I did my homework and stuff like that, and then I wanted to go outside and play, but I was on punishment. But my mom was never home, so I used to be like, I'm going outside anyway. You know what I'm saying? You ain't home. I'm gonna clean up. Everything's gonna be good. You just ain't gonna know I went outside. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
you know what? Now that I'm older, I totally understand how you say it. And when we were younger and kids, I feel like sometimes parents don't understand that those are not my kids. I didn't have them. You're putting a lot of pressure on me because now you're making me do and be a grown-up and have to have responsibilities faster than I am. And
I grew up so fast.
Indeed, because now I have to watch these kids, feed these kids, take care of these kids, pick them up from school, make sure you do their homework. And you're working to make sure you have a roof over our head and the clothes on our back. But I tell everybody from that right there, make sure you make a wise decision on who you chose to be your child's father, who you chose to bring in your life. Because you always want to make sure that somebody is there for you You know what I mean? And somebody, besides if you and them break up, they'll still love your kid and be there for your kid because it's hard. It's fucking hard. And even sometimes when there's a family and you have a mother and father, it's still hard. It's still hard. And to be a single mother, I tip my hat out to y'all.